I just want to get a quick room tour of my room today because I have like a suite. So I have my own living room with my nice TV, and I have a couch and another chair, a light, a desk space, which is pretty nice. And then I have a bigger refrigerator this time, so that's also nice. I have a microwave, stuff to hang my clothes up with. And then bathroom, there's me. And then this is the bathtub and the shower. It's pretty nice. I like having suites. I've only had one like twice, but not here though. And then I have my bedroom with my bed and also another TV. Really nice. And then my outside view, I'm looking at some trucks right now. Wiener wagon, Warner, and I have the highway. You guys cannot see that, but yeah, that's what my room looks like. So while I'm sitting in my room, I thought I would go over on what my first day as a Walmart truck driver is like. So the first week when you pass onboarding, you go on to another onboarding, which is you put in your direct deposit and stuff. Since I already worked for Walmart, all my direct deposit and things are going into my same account. And I did stuff on Syntex, which is kind of like CBLs, but they're different from Walmart CBLs. You have to complete them. I just finished my hazmat part on that, so then they can clear me to go get my hazmat really soon, because you have to get your hazmat within 120 days of being hired. Even though we don't really haul hazardous materials, we still have like bleach and stuff, and some things like might be hazardous, but we don't have to have placards, not all the time. But yeah, today was good. I was really tired. I was gonna drive up yesterday, but I didn't have a hotel room or anything, and I just came up here, didn't really know what time everything started. I got here at 7:57, got into the class, and class was from 8 to 5. So class is done. Tomorrow I have more Syntex things to work on with videos. I don't think I have any CBLs because I completed my CBLs in Dover when I was down there. They had us get into our uniform. I left my uniform shirt that I broke in because getting these buttons in the holes is a pain and it's difficult. Even if I didn't have these nails on, I couldn't even get these buttons on. A lot of us were having trouble with that. You just got to stick your finger through the button hole and try to widen it a little bit. Yeah, we got our shirts, we put them on, we took a picture for the driver board, and then we had to go get our badges and stuff. We had to take a picture for that, for our badge, and it looks hilarious, but because it like took the picture and we look smushed. We got our badges so we can go through the gates. Next week I go out driving, get my official loads and stuff. I am going to be driving at night. My day starts at 5 p.m. so it's gonna be a challenge to drive at night. I've already driven at night, but I haven't backed a trailer into a dock at night. But Walmart should be pretty clear with the lights so I can see where I'm backing up. I'm not so much worried about that. It's just me at night, and then we're in the mountains. That's kind of freaky. Even though I drove down here in the dark in the mountains. So it shouldn't be too bad. I just have to change, my circadian rhythm. I have to sleep during the day now, which is going to be a little bit difficult as far as my medication and stuff works, and my vitamins and all that other stuff. But it shouldn't be a problem. That was basically the end of my first day. There's nothing much to say about it. I'll be back tomorrow. I am currently about to iron my shirt because I forgot to get one today and I have to wear one tomorrow. It was in my locker, but I just kept forgetting to get it. I'm going to iron my shirt and talk about my day. Today was day 2 of onboarding at my DC. I had a bunch of other Syntex CBLs to do, but I didn't get through them all, unfortunately. That was basically because I was so sleepy and I just kept falling asleep. So that was my fault. My day was okay. We had some training for the spring, like the spring training and stuff that everybody is required to watch. And so we get a spring and fall video for safe driving. And then we went over some of the Walmart policies as far as what gets you fired and a bunch of other things like that. I need to get, I don't know how I get dirt on my white shirt, like, I don't know. So for what I do, if I get dirt on my shirt, I just pat it with a wet washcloth a little bit, and it might come out, it might not. I might just have to send it through the laundry. But nobody's going to see it because we wear our shirts tucked in, so really nobody's going to see it. I've just been super tired because I did not sleep well last night. I kept waking up like 1,000 different times, and I don't know, it's like the hours were not changing at all. I don't know. I'm used to it, but I'm not to a degree because I'm so tired of dealing with being tired. The shirts, the company who puts them together, they don't really do a good job as far as like stitching goes. Like, I have stitches coming out of my patches and I have to cut those straggly pieces off, and they're all on my buttons, and it just looks garbage. There were a couple times that Walmart didn't want to use them, so maybe they'll change who they use. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. It's just pretty much, I don't know, I just don't like things not looking neat and having stragglers everywhere in your shirts, on the buttons, on the patches. I can't stand it. And I keep forgetting to bring my scissors. I was gonna bring like my office scissors, but I think that's too much. So maybe when I go back to my DC tomorrow, maybe I can borrow some scissors and cut these nasty stragglers off. I know me and Toby Hannah, I believe, use the same company as far as getting the shirts made and stuff. There's like a straggly on my name tag, like here. I know you guys can't really see it, but there's a straggly. So I'm currently hanging out at the pool at my hotel, and today was a pretty interesting day because we went through some kind of obstacle course. It's like a close quarters course, and normally they have people who go through orientation. Normally they do that when they go out with their mentors, but we did it today for orientation. And that was like about an hour, 45 minutes away from my DC. I ended up going first. I didn't want to go first, but I did. You had to basically move trailers around, do drop-in hook, and a pre-trip of the trailer and find things that were missing or things that, for example, hazardous materials, the placards and stuff. I believe it took me 2 hours to get everything done at a snail's pace. Like when I'm with cones, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so worried about hitting a cone. Can't really see it. So now I understand what my CDT meant by if you give him a wall, a physical building, he's fine. And then if you give him cones, that's another story. Like cones just seem to mess everybody up, or at least me and my CDT. I didn't hit any cones, thankfully. The first obstacle was backing under our trailer, but instead of backing all the way under our trailer for Walmart, you have to stop with your mud flaps kind of at the nose of the trailer, because you have to check your height and alignment to make sure you don't high hook or get your fifth wheel hitting in the opposite direction, in the downwards position, or technically the upwards position, and bite the trailers, which we'll call snake bites, and damage the trailer. You're supposed to check your fifth wheel. The bolt is out, the handle is out, the fifth wheel is in the tilted position, and the locking jaws are open. Height and alignment is good, and then you have to check for any damage, debris, or locks on the kingpin. And then, so I got backed under my trailer. When I backed under my trailer, then I did a tug test to make sure that it was hooked. After that, I got out, checked my fifth wheel again. The bolt is in, the handle is in, no daylight in between my fifth wheel and my trailer apron, and the locking jaws around the kingpin. This specific DC is a .com DC, meaning that every single piece of freight that comes from the .com was ordered by somebody, and it has to be on time. You have to get it there so the customer can receive next day delivery. I took that trailer, it's supposed to be like an empty trailer, took that, put it where the .com trailer was, took that out. I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it because it was so much getting in and out of the truck, pre-tripping, and other things that I can't really remember how it was. It was less stressful than the rodeo that I did. Still, it was stressful. It was hot as well, and then we went back to our DC. And when we got back to our DC, I would say today was kind of an easy day because that was, I don't know, I just don't like obstacle courses. I never have. Even when I was riding horses and we had like a fun day with obstacle courses and stuff, I don't like it because it's stressful for me. And then again, I'm competitive, also not competitive in a way, because I'd rather not compete than compete. For the rodeo, I placed 36th out of 184 drivers. So that's kind of cool, but that was stressful. Today, and then during the rodeo, I had so many people telling me different things. One saying pull up, the other was saying no, you're fine, just go straight back. So kind of that, but it was less than what happened at the rodeo. But I'm pretty sure that I will end up doing it again, especially the rodeo. The rodeo for next year, I'm probably gonna do that anyways and be good at it this time, maybe. So we'll see how that goes. Each year, the course is different for the rodeo, so they're not the same. If I place as well as I did this year, I would be going on to, I don't know if it's a championship or regionals. I don't know how you class that, but you go to compete against different companies and do a whole lot of stuff. For the rodeo, it's for people who drive trucks like A to Ds, new hires, CDTs, as long as you have a certain amount of miles, and then people in the warehouse who've never driven a truck before, which is cool. You can have somebody sit in the truck with you to tell you what you have to do. I don't know. I think my second time going around the rodeo, I might have somebody again sit with me, but even that was kind of stressful because I had somebody sitting in the truck with me telling me to do one thing, and then 5 other people on like front of the truck and both sides of the truck telling me what to do. So that was kind of hard. They're just trying to help me and guide me through it. So it's not that bad. Tomorrow is my last day of training. I still have some Syntex stuff to do because, I don't know, I had 10 Syntex things to do yesterday, but when I logged in today, it said I had 7. So I completed those 7, and hopefully they give me the other ones to do because I need to do them. And also I need to study for my hazmats, to take my hazmats test soon. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna go into the warehouse. Well, we went into the warehouse on Monday, but we're gonna go to the freezer part of the warehouse, which I'm so excited for because since I work frozen and dairy, I wanna see where my stuff comes from and what it's like inside an industrial sized factory frozen dairy place. So that's gonna be so cool. The GM DCs, I think even my DC has some dry goods as well, but it's just so cool to see all the machines working and seeing boxes on conveyor belts and things like that. So that's really, really cool. I think it's absolutely amazing cool. So I love stuff like that. So on Monday, I go out with my driver. My shift starts at 1700, which I believe is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I get off at 4 a.m. I believe. And then I'm gonna be off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday I took off because I have something to take care of. I'll be back on Friday to do my next shift. And then Saturday and Sunday I will be off. And then I'll be working Monday through Friday with my mentor. And I'm just super excited to drive with a loaded trailer. And I'm super excited because that means I get to use my Jake brake on dry conditions, and when it rains it's going to be a little bit of an experience, but I know that if it rains, because you can't use your Jake brake because you can ruin the engine brake and it causes like skidding and slides. You can't use your Jake brake in wet weather, any inclement weather, snow, ice, things like that, because you're just going to cause yourself to skid. It still hasn't hit me yet that I actually passed. Even though I graduated, it's still like, I feel like I'm back at week 0. I ended up not filming a single thing today. I got a tour of the warehouse of the frozen dairy, meat, and produce side, since I already saw the jam side at another DC, and it was awesome. If you guys can see all that stuff that happens in there, especially with these, I forget what they call them, like cranes or elevators, where they just work by themselves and they pull stuff off of shelves, move it to another shelf, another floor, because it's like about 3 floors, I believe, or 4, and this thing just works independently by itself. If it goes down, there's somebody there to see if it goes down. Oh my God, it's just so much that goes into keeping all of the Walmart freight fresh, and nothing breaks cold chain. So that was pretty awesome to see. Oh my gosh, it was just like bringing back memories to when I worked in the store. I saw a lot of products that I used to put up at my old store, and kind of made me miss my store, but not miss it enough to actually want to go back. It reminded me of a Sam's Club without like customer freezers and things like that. I'm so happy I got to see that today. But today we did an EDT, estimated time of departure, I believe it's called, departure, and we had to write some of those down, and my brain just hates numbers. I was so confused. And one of the stores that was in the scenario was my store, my old store in Severn, Maryland, 1875, so that was pretty cool to see that up there. Right now I am going to attempt to try and study some of my hazmat stuff. I completed my last hazmat thing because I forgot to put it on there. Hopefully I can study enough to where it clicks in my brain and I won't get too upset about it not working out as far as me remembering things. Besides doing the ETD, I was supposed to do a pre-trip. My safety manager, he got stuck in a meeting, so he couldn't do a pre-trip with me. We ate lunch with my GTM, my safety team, and my ops team. Today was my last day. I go home tomorrow, which is Friday. I have to change my sleep schedule. I can't change it tonight because I have to go home tomorrow morning, but I have to meet my mentor at 4 o'clock p.m. on Monday. My gate time to my time off, it's 4 a.m., maybe 5. I already have my schedule and my truck numbers. I'm sharing 2 trucks with 3 people, and one of the people I'm sharing a truck with, thankfully, was going through orientation with me, so at least we know that each other will be clean about the truck. I haven't met the other person who I'm sharing my truck with yet, but I'm pretty sure it will get to that point. I'm working a 5-2, 5-3 schedule. Some days I will have 2 days off, and some days I'll have 3 days off. I'm going to try my best to document my changing my circadian rhythm, because my circadian rhythm is going to be so messed up, because I was so used to worked 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then after that it went to 11 to 8. Sometimes I work 1 to 10 or 11. I'm planning on changing my sleep schedule tomorrow. I'm going to see how long I could stick out with my sleep schedule being different today. I'm going to see if I could stay up longer. It's going to be difficult, but I can do it. It's just gonna take time. Tomorrow I have to go pick up my CDL from the DMV. I have zones for my DC. When you go through onboarding at your DC, they should give you a map route of your whole DC lot. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.